Ex-Navi analyst Flashy joins Liquid as coach. Hungarian enters a new phase of his career after a 2-year spell as a tier 1 Navi analyst. So they're picking up Navi's analyst. This is basically the man that feeds Blade everything. I know nothing about him besides what I'm currently reading. He's a current player or a previous player. Looks like he helped out CLG in FlyQuest Red. He joins Liquid at a time when results have suffered and likely to end the team's third player change. Yeah, I mean, I don't know much about him. If he was a part of the 2024 Navi campaign, he probably knows a little bit about Counter-Strike, I'm going to be honest. But the thing with coaches is we don't really ever know their impact. Even the ones that you think you do. Like, we only ever get listen-ins when they don't talk strategy. When they specifically do not have any real input to say is the only time you get to listen to a coach. You just basically get gaslit the entire time. And then most of the work that a coach does is outside of the server. So the only way you'd ever get any sort of preview is in the practice room. And then they're definitely not going to show that because that's in the practice room. So unfortunately, whenever it comes to a coaching change, I think that anybody, unless they've personally worked with somebody before that is talking about them, there's really no way of knowing the type of impact they'll have, the type of coach they'll be. It just doesn't, there's nothing. We just got to wait and see. That's it. I want to be more grand, but everything is so off camera, out of the server that you don't really know. Only thing that'll speak are the results. And then we should talk about this a little bit. Liquid to keep current roster for upcoming season. I just wanted to talk about some of the things that Joker Steve said, because I think did they post it? It looks like they took snippets from, so Joker Steve they have like a Team Liquid Discord for the fans. He put like a statement in the Team Liquid Discord for the fans. So Liquid to keep up current roster for upcoming season. We believe in Keith, they can call him Keith, bouncing back and finding more comfort in his environment this season, says General Manager Joker Steve. All right. Disclaimer, I did read this a little bit too. They're not making any changes. Flashy's coming in. And then this Coach Flashy's already joined us, and for about a week, he's been implementing a new system. He's had a full player buy-in so far, and I could tell someone he will provide his talented roster with direction and leadership it needs. Him and Shui have been hard at working addressing a lot of our problem areas with the last season and are off to a great start together. Like I said, we don't know shit about coaches, but another new system. What could possibly go wrong? Joker Steve also addressed one of the biggest question marks surrounding this team going into the offseason, which is NAF. Yeah, bro has been playing the worst Counter-Strike of his career. I mean, that's it. That's the line. And then, while we can all acknowledge that NAF didn't have a great last 6 months, it's important to understand why. He's been such a consistent player for us over the years. We believe and Keith bouncing back and finding more comfort in his environment this season. He got in his own head a bit recently and needed a proper break after the major. He's assured us he's ready to work harder than ever and do everything in his power to win in a strong veteran presence for this young team. So it is a unique situation. Anybody else and pretty much any other team for doing what NAF just did would have been cut. However, to defend Liquid a little bit here, and I say this as a guy that's really critical of all their shit going on. Oh my God. So NAF has been here for a little while, guys, right? And when somebody, I feel like, has been with you for 7 years and 5 months, saying that you're giving the, and let's be completely honest, he's been very fucking consistent for everything until the last 6 months. So, but that doesn't mean you ignore the last 6 months altogether, but I do think that it's a valid point to just say, like, hey, we'll give you some, we're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt because you've been this guy for us for this long, right? Actually, we'll just do this because last 6 months, right? Now, the really interesting thing is because they're sticking with this team, for those of you that don't know, Liquid is now EU. And well, since I don't think we've had this in any of the clips and highlights videos, we'll show this. So I just need to show you like how important of a time this is for Liquid right now. They are out of the invites. You see this? They are out. They are out of, so they are not going to be in Chengdu. And then I think for Bucharest coming up, I'm not sure what their next event is. So if they keep decaying, they're going to go down to 20. That's their decay prediction. That's going to be 29th. Where's Pro League in this? Why don't I see Pro League? Did Pro League? Oh wait, Pro League invites already went out, right? Because they're going to be in Pro League, right? I think. That's right. No, they're in the closed qualifier for it. Where's that invite list? What I'm trying to point out to you is they basically, I think, have 2 events coming up to where if they don't do okay, they're going to basically miss out on all the tier 1 tournaments in the second half of the year. Well done. Sorry for the flashbang. So here's the closed qualifier. So these are the teams that are in the closed qualifier. So Liquid is having to participate in the closed qualifier for Pro League. My face is covering it. Sorry here. And just, I want you to see where they're at now, though. This is important to look at. Look at where they're at. They are rubbing shoulders with Fnatic and Navi Jr. and OG and Namiga and a couple other teams that I quite literally don't know who they are. I know Sashi and Nine Pandas and Nine, but this is, guys, they were top 10 to start this season. They are in, this is, I'm not trying to be like too dramatic here, but this is quite literally make or break Liquid for a long time. If they do not pull it together in like that Pro League, and I can't remember the other tournament. Are they in Cologne stage 1? Yeah, so if they need to, basically Cologne is going to be it, bro. If they don't do something at Cologne, they are going to be in really big trouble. They're going to be in deep shit. Are they in World Cup? Yeah, they are. Liquid's in here, yeah. Luckily for them, this is a VRS event. My God. So yeah, they got World Cup and they got Cologne. Why did they drop so much if they didn't change their core? Because they've been awful, bro. They have been horrible. Yeah, the reason they've fallen so much is because their performance has been horrific. Notice how there's no placements next to these? Do you see where they placed? So 15th, 16th. They're ranked 17th right now, according to VRS. Oh yeah, this one was really bad. Yeah. Like this is tough, bro. Their performance has been really rough. This was their best, I think, right? I think that's probably their best. But yeah, it's not good right now for Liquid, man. Not good.